Welcome to Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu Incorporated. I'm Steve Bergeron, and today's video is on takedowns. I got a step and go series. I know there's probably some Japanese terms for it. I'm not familiar with the Japanese terminology. I just came up with you step and you go, take them down. I hope you like. So as I was saying, I call it step and go because you got the over under hook position. I push into them, they give me a little bit of a push back, and basically I just step to the side. I step to the side, this foot blocks his far leg, I squat down, I rotate off the leg that's straight, and then I end up in scarf hold position. As a front view, I have the underhook, I have the overhook. My head is on the overhook side. I push, they push back. The second they push back, I want to take that step. So now they're going this way. I'm no longer in front of that resistance. I step and go. So it is, I push, they put, the second I feel a bit of resistance, I step, leaving this foot to block his far leg. I use the momentum and rotation, but what assists it, it's this single leg squat down this way. And then I use that momentum to rotate. I pivot off my straight leg, and then I land in modified scarf hold. As I'm explaining this, if you're new, if you've just started this and feel uncomfortable with some takedowns, which has a high injury rate of the area of grappling is in takedowns, because I'm up, I gotta go all the way down. So to practice this, first of all, when you're doing it without a partner, if just as I'm teaching it to you now, you go under, over, head on the overhook side, I push, I get pushed back, I step and go. The go represents the one-legged squat as this leg stays straight. Then I pivot off this foot and I rotate. What I want to talk about now is you have to do it with a partner eventually, but if you start off doing it shadow grappling, you'll feel a bit more comfortable with it. Another training tip with this is, this may look a little bit funny, but that's okay. Underhook, overhook. If I do everything squatted down, if I get really low to the ground, I have that much further less to fall. So if I go here and then I take that step, I'm already down. There's so little to fall that you're going to make you feel comfortable, and then you go a little bit higher and a little bit higher till you end up doing it fully stand up. That's something you can do in a solo drill and with your grappling partner. So what I'm talking about, if you're very uncomfortable and new to this and you're not quite sure how to fall down and what kind of energy he's going to give you, we're both going to squat down. Squat, 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 squat. So then as he pushes, then I take that step and I'm already down. As you feel more comfortable, then you can practice it in the stand-up position where I push in, he pushes back. Into modified scarf hold. I spend a lot of time teaching you the step and go mechanics. I spend a lot of time explaining to you guys how to do it in different stages. If you're uncomfortable, do it in a very squatted position so you have so far so little to fall down you'll feel comfortable with the motion. The reason why I take that time to explain it to you and give you different drills and shadow grappling and different levels is because once you do this one motion, it's applicable for your front step and go and also the back step and go. In many different ways, I could end up to someone's back. I could go for an arm drag and I get the back. The same technique applies. Excuse me once. So now I have the back. I'm going to push forward. He may push back. A lot of people tend to want to put a lot of their weight and lean back onto that grip to break it. That's the momentum you need to now, guess what? Step and go. Except now you end up in mount. I'm a big advocate of training everything, all the techniques on both sides. However, if you're going to cheat that formula, this is not a bad technique to cheat it on, because I practice the overhook with my left and I practice the underhook with my right. If I were to be in this position, I may go, oh man, I haven't put my reps in. All I have to do to make that one small adjustment is now I'm going to pummel. He won't want to give up double underhooks, he'll pummel. And now I'm just one move away from being on my favorite side. So just something to keep in mind. So you can go ahead, I'm not going to tell you to start cheating your training, but if this is one way, I'm not familiar with this one, I'm just going to pummel in. He will pummel automatically the other side, and I'm on my favorite side. One thing I like to do from this side as well is I always like to hang and lift also as well, keep him off balance. I push, he pushes back, I step and go. In regards to only training one side, here's my cheating version. So I go for the arm drag, I hit the back. One thing I want to talk about when I have the back and when I do the step and go, I don't want to be completely in the back. He's going to end up falling on top of me. It's important that I'm on the back, but on a 45. Then I push, he pushes back, I step and go. But I want to be here on the rear step and go, not completely behind on the rear step and go. And if I happen to hit the arm drag or end up on this side, all I have to do is just rotate a little bit more to this side, and now again I'm on my favorite side. I haven't really trained this side all that much, but whenever I hit this side, I just rotate a little bit more, I go, and get the takedown. So there you have it, guys. You got your step and go. I know there's probably a Japanese name for it. I learned this, I was taking private lessons off Sensei Stefan. In judo, he gave me the gi version, which is the gi grip, and the sleeve grip, where you get it, you step once you get it, and so on. I just transition it to the over-under, no-gi or MMA style clinch work, where you get that pressure, I step, I go. Don't know the Japanese name, my apologies. It can also be done from the back. Just make sure you're not complete in the back, that you're off to the side. You can practice on both sides, or you can just make that small adjustment where you really got it sharp on one side, and then it's just the same as working on both sides. Totally up to you. Let me know what you think. Let me know if it works out for you, and I look forward to seeing you in the mat soon.